Hey guys, this is Nito King bringing you more Space Quest 2. Last time we got taken up to Sludge Vohal's asteroid, where he sent us to be worked to death in the mines of Labion. Only the shuttle crashed, and now we're here in this jungle filled with deadly traps instead. And the guys who brought us here don't look too good. And of course we know we have to search the dead bodies. You always search the dead bodies. And you always find a keycard. Now, of course, given what we did to this guy in the last video, it's only fitting that we steal his keycard, too. You don't necessarily need it, but it's handy to have. And as for that beeping, it's coming from the crashed shuttle. You might not have heard it in the last video because it took me a couple tries to figure out how to get the audio to compress properly. This is just the greatest description ever. Kinda makes me wonder if they got Douglas Adams as a guest writer. This is a puzzle that we'll be seeing again in the future. But we're also seeing it in the present. The beep, as you probably guessed, is a homing beacon. Basically the space equivalent of OnStar. You don't have to turn it off, but if you don't, Volhal's goons are going to track us down very quickly. If you do turn it off, they'll take a little while. And what is with these mushrooms? Alright, well, they can't possibly be a threat, can they? Unless I accidentally save over my file from the first video. I don't want to do that. In case you hadn't noticed, they got really elaborate with some of these death messages. I mean, any sane person is going to steer clear of the giant mushrooms. And we can't go over there. Can't go over here. As a matter of fact, this scene is entirely pointless. There's no purpose to coming to that room, except to get eaten by the mushrooms. Told you, this place is just all about death. Speaking of which, that's an interesting sound. I say we save and go check it out. Now, if I hadn't turned off the homing beacon, one of Volhal's goons would already have shown up and killed us. As it is, that was the sound of him coming now, but he's given us enough time to get into hiding. You know, he does kind of look like those gorillas from Planet of the Apes. Anyway, that's all you have to do. Pretty much the same thing that I could have done in the first game and never did. Get yourself behind scenery so they can't see you. And this place looks interesting. I don't see anything twangy, but maybe it's just further to the east. was that? Uh, no, I distinctly saw a pair of eyes looking at me. And I think it's following me. Probably not good. Reminded me a lot of Star Wars. Alright, so walking across there probably wasn't the right thing to do. Instead, we need to go to the east at the very bottom of the screen. And there's what made the twang. Well, he'll either kill us or help us if we let him down. Or just run away. I don't know, it looks like it's in reach. Eh. Not like I need a rope anyway. I mean, how often is a rope ever useful in an adventure game? I mean, if I want to climb something, I'll just do it the old-fashioned way. But I don't think bumblebees are carnivorous, so I'm not sure the music cue really made sense. Anyone ever noticed Space Quest 2 is always square brackets instead of eyes? Oh well. Yeah, climbing the tree, bad idea. And I was thinking about maybe taking the top path, but I figured I'd just come over here and let you see for yourself what's at the end of the top path there. Just need to go get closer. Oh, why don't I do that? I could go back for it later when I actually have reason to go back that way again, but I think this time will be just a little bit faster. Alright, let's see the identity of this mysterious box. I was hoping for the Elysian box, but it's just a mailbox. The heck is a mailbox doing out here in the middle of nowhere? Especially a mailbox that apparently sends stuff back in time. I thought only Michael J. Fox knew how to do that. Anyway, I wonder if I've got anything worth mailing. I didn't check my inventory at the start of the game. I had this order form as well as the dialect translator from the first game. So let's take a look at this order form, see what that's all about. Labion Terror Beast Mating Whistle. I wonder if I'll meet any Labion Terror Beasts on Labion. And it's ready to be mailed, so guess I might as well go ahead and do that. You can also press F4 to bring up this little menu here where I can hit enter to quickly look at something without having to do any typing. Yeah, it's not all that useful. Let's go ahead and get that order form mailed anyway. And remember, the Labion Terror Beast Mating Whistle is free. That's going to be important. Okay, so we got our package. What looks to be a whistle. Let's get what looks to be a whistle. Yep, that is totally a whistle. See what happens if I blow it. Fascinating. Anyway, there's a quick shortcut to get back down, which is why I said that saves us a little bit of time. Amazing, a fall that doesn't kill me. I want to go check out those blue things on the ground there. Uh-oh. Did again. This is taking a really long time. Alright. Well, while I try to figure out something that I can actually do to produce a result. I don't know, yeah, I got nothing. But I do want to go back to this order form that we mailed backwards in time to get the mating whistle. You guys do need to keep that in mind as we move forward in the series, because while it may not seem all that important yet, that is the single most portentous event in the entire series. The star generator was nothing, a minor plot point. It only kind of half figures into the plot of this game, but that mating whistle is going to be so important. And I didn't even die, but I want one of those spores. Never know when paralyzing powder can be handy. And now we'll move on and forget about the whole mating whistle thing. Yeah, that's a death that most people get to see many, many times as they go through this game. And I was planning to save when I got onto that screen, but died pretty much right away. I just had to check my inventory there to make sure I still had the whistle. And I'll go over and pick up one of those spores without triggering the be paralyzed for several minutes. It's kind of like the sorcerer in the first King's Quest, where you get paralyzed, and it says maybe something will happen to you, but it never does. Alright, we'll try this again. I want to know what that guy is doing across the way. Picking berries from a bush, right. Obviously, you only see him there if you rescued him from the snare earlier. No, I want to look at the plant that just ate me. And of course, as you notice, it's some kind of maze. So, you set your speed down to normal, or even slow. You save your game, and you walk through the maze. Yeah, this is gonna be a while. Time for a montage.
Man knows that the plants will grow. Plant man knows that the plants will grow. Plant man knows that the plants will grow. Plant man knows. Plant man. Plant man. Plant man. Plant man knows where the plants will go. Plant man knows.
And then you just walk up to the arch and you slide right under it. No editing, other than speeding it up a little bit. And we finally get our berries, which are the prize for making it all the way through the maze. Wonder how they taste. Actually, I was kind of hoping for another death there, or at least getting sick or something. Unfortunately, the only way back is to go through the maze again, so...
Plant man knows where the plants will go. Plant man knows that the plants will grow. Plants don't know when the plants will go. Plant man knows if the plants will grow. Plant man. Plant man. Plant man.
Yep, not kidding. One take. So that was the infamous plant maze that everybody hates so much. I sincerely apologize for making that look so easy. It is not. And typically you would want to save pretty much every 2 seconds as you go through it. Very hard lesson. Make sure you learn this the easy way. Always make sure you're standing still before you save in that maze. Hey, there's our little friend. And he's running right across the swamp. Okay, I guess it must be safe then. I mean, he didn't get attacked. See? Perfect. No, I'm not seeing things. They're right. No. I'm gonna die again. Yep. I guess that little guy knew something that we didn't. But I'll figure out what that is next time. At which point, I'll finish exploring the surface of Labion, and of course, die a whole lot more. And show you one of the worst moves in all the Space Quest games. See you then.